Hey guys, what's going on? You caught me uncovering the boat. That's right, it's springtime here in North Carolina. Yep, temperatures have gotten up into the 70s. Even today, they're headed north of 80. So it's kind of crazy, but I thought I would uncover the boat, make sure everything's working right. I've already found something. You know, you put a boat up for storage in the wintertime, and who knows what you're gonna find by springtime. The number one thing that we always usually find come spring are dead batteries and the battery chargers not keeping them trickle charged. And today I'm gonna show you what I found on the boat. It's crazy. I never thought in a million years water would actually get into. I had a battery box with a charger inside, and I don't know how it got in, but the battery charger's sitting in that much water and it shorted it out, destroyed it. So today we're gonna change out battery chargers. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm going with. I've seen people in the past take a portable battery charger out of their shop and just charge each individual battery up on their boat. Now, that might work for some people, but I've got 4 batteries. I've got 2 cranking batteries and I've got 2 trolling motor batteries. So I guess I could have used a 4-bank system to charge all of them, but my cranking batteries are on the back of the boat and my trolling motor batteries are on the front of the boat. So I opt to go with a dual bank up front and a dual bank in the rear. So this right here, the First Power Pro 5x2 marine charger. This thing right here is all you'll need to keep those batteries happy. And the best thing about this sucker is actually waterproof. Not weatherproof, actually waterproof. You can put it under the water if that happens to occur. So it will not get wet inside and burn up like the one I just had. So, and with this, comes with a box. For some reason it comes with a carrying sleeve. I don't know why you would need that, but comes with a carrying sleeve. Instructions, hardware for mounting. Got stainless screws right here. Got you a couple extra fuses. You want to hope you never have to use those. I think the neatest thing about this is here's your dual banks, and it's got these plug type connectors with sealed end caps. You take this off and you can choose to use the alligator clips right here and do like a temporary connection or a more permanent connection right here. You can wire this with these terminals onto the post of the battery, and that's what we're going to opt for today. And it does have the fuse protection right here. Let's make sure fuse is already in there, because yeah, you never want to assume that the fuse is in there and that would be the fuses for it and wonder why it wouldn't work. So I always want to check fuses even before I install. So yeah, comes with alligator clips, ring terminals. I mean, this thing is ready to roll, and for the price, you cannot beat it. Links in the description. Pick yours up today. All right, so got our charger, everything to go out. But first, I gotta show you, we gotta take this out. And y'all are gonna trip out when you see this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not good. And you would think, here's the lid. Okay, so it was a battery box. And I just put the charger down in. I'm thinking, any water that got down in here, normally it drains out right here. But anything that would get in there, this would protect it from getting down into the charger. Well, it didn't. It encapsulated it. It just kept it like a fish aquarium. Yep. So y'all are gonna trip out when you see this. What's crazy, I've got other little boxes of stuff. They're not wet at all. Jumper cables, they're not wet. Let's see. Got some floats for the kids. I'll throw that up out of the way. Now I can get to this. Yeah, there's my batteries. Look at this. Isn't that something? That is insane. So my battery box became a plastic aquarium. And yeah, everything, the power was tripped to it. So yeah, but that battery charger there, it does say weather resistant, I think. It is a marine charger, but still it was not gonna hold up. And it's probably 5-6 years old, so I've gotten some use out of it. Now we're going to this one, but I'm not gonna make the same mistake of putting it back into that compartment. So as you can see, this is a dual bank charger as well. Right there, so we're gonna take those loose. It's gonna be I think a 12 or a 13 millimeter. We're gonna take those ring terminals loose. And also, you see the power cord going right here up to that plug. I'll show you on the outside. These were for the new one, but this is my plug right here. It's a Pro Mariner style, and it does not require you cutting the end off of your charger cable to wire into this. And this way, you can see behind me, I've got my extension cord. And that extension cord plugs right into there from household power. Take these charging points off. Ring terminals, I'm using a 13 millimeter for mine, but your battery may be different. I've seen 12s, 11s, 10s. So take that off right there. So to remove this, just remove these 3 Phillips head screws on the outer edge. There we go. We'll pull it through just like this. And there's our plug in the back. We've got 2 screws holding this plug into this. Like I said, you don't have to cut your existing wiring for the charger. Pull that off just like that. Unplug it. Yeah, y'all are fixing to trip out when you see this. Push this through. That'll come out this way. Yeah. That is absolutely insane. All right, so we're gonna take our power cord, get it right through here. We'll make our connection. One thing I did just find out, this Pro Mariner is made for the 3-prong with the ground. This does not have it, and the sides are a little too thick to fit. So what I had to do was take my X-Acto knife and just shave off just a little bit of this bottom end and a little bit of this one side. So wasn't much, but at least it allows it to fit in there perfectly now without the ground. So just something to consider when getting this Pro Mariner. I just ran into it and I did not mind modifying my outlet plug just a little bit, just so it makes sure that it does fit properly. If you do not want to shave that, then you'll probably have to get a different transfer plug, or consider a different charger with the 3-prong, or you can possibly do a 3-prong to 2-prong adapter. So choice is yours. Take our caps off of our ring terminals. They only go one way, just like that. You want to make sure they're completely together. Okay, there's bank 1. Now, bank 2. Now we're going to connect them to the batteries, positive to positive, negative to negative on each battery. Now I've got it down in there. I've got it wired to the batteries and wired to the plug right there. But as you can see, it will move around. And I thought about just leaving it like that, but if we're headed down the lake or the ocean and you got waves moving, it's not good. So it does need to be mounted. In fact, I do see a previous 2 screw holes right here. No, 3, 4. Okay, so I've seen we've got some screw holes that were there, probably got some silicone in them. You want to make sure you do not drill through the bottom of your boat. So I have a subfloor, so I do know right here is safe. So, but one thing I'm going to do, instead of just screwing it to the floor, I looked in the toolbox and I've got these little poly pedestals. I'm going to set that thing up on that, where any water that hits the floor, it won't be sitting directly on. And the screws they supply are actually perfect. So I'll link these little poly pedestals in the description below. You guys can use them or not, but I'm gonna set that thing up on it. Go ahead and get started and I'll give you an after look. Okay guys, there it is, finished mounting project. You can see the screws are up on the little pedestals. I'll show you. You can slide your finger all the way under. So from any direction. Yeah, so it's off of the floor. So any water like in these channels right here, which is supposed to drain out, if it gets down in there, it's not a problem now. All right, now we're gonna plug everything up, make sure it works properly. You can see right here, I always recommend on your extension cord, or here in North Carolina, we call it the drop cord. It's got an illuminated end. So let's take this thing. I'm gonna plug it into the Pro Mariner outlet. Check it out. I do see lights. You can set what battery you want. You hold it down, hold mode down, and it will go through repair, calcium, lithium type battery. This is AGM. That's what I'm wanting right here for both of these batteries. There we go. Got it set to the AGM, and that's what type battery I have with the Interstate batteries. Okay, so it's going, there's your power light. These are your indicator charging lights. When it gets weak, it'll come down here, and when it's fully charged, it should light up all the way across. You can do it, guys. You can install this. You can put the pegs under it, hold it off the floor. See, I just used some logic, thinking about it, what's the best way to run things. I mean, you know, I know y'all probably thinking, man, you're pretty smart. Well, if I was smart, I wouldn't have put it in a aquarium battery box to begin with and drown my first charger. One thing, guys, I want to show you right here at the back of the boat. Down in here, got my Perco switch. All right, there is yet another dual bank charger just sitting right on the batteries. And notice I didn't even use the ring terminals, I used the alligator clips. They never have come loose. I've had this on here about 3 years now. Remember, springtime is an important time. I know you guys are ready to take your boats out, whether it be bass boats, skiffs, kayaks, it doesn't matter. You'll want to do your preventive maintenance. I'm talking check your air in your tires, change worn tires if needed, check your oil, change your oil, water pump, everything, electrical, all your lights, make sure everything works, make sure that you're registered and everything's renewed. You've paid good old Uncle Sam the taxes on the boat. I mean, I got a video talking about that. Check it out right here. Yeah, you thought that this was the only video? I've got almost 300 videos I'm working on right now. So y'all check out the main channel, Living with 3M, that's me. Let's get out there on the water, check everything out this summer, make sure you're safe, have a good time. I'll catch you on the next one.